Hey everybody, Rhino here, and today we're going to take a look at my complete Master Set collection binder of Pokemon 151. That's right, this is a set that I actually completed back in February, but this video is a little bit overdue. 151 is one of those sets that's still surging in popularity. The packs, the boxes, the collections, they're flying off the shelves. They're nearly impossible to find, so if you do happen to see them in stores, pick them up right away. A lot of Pokemon investors right now are collecting up these sets because they believe that once they're gone, they are going to shoot up in value even more than they are already. So we're going to take a look at my full collection binder of this set and see what kind of cards are actually in here. Let's go. So here it is, our official Pokemon Scarlet and Violet 151 binder. This is the official binder that came in the binder collection that also came with 151 booster packs. And you know, I think it's pretty cool that the Pokemon Company thought to release an official binder with this set. They don't do that with any of the other sets. They release those mini folios and whatever, but an official full binder, really cool. I'm glad to have filled it with all the 151 cards. As I turn and open up the very first section here, you can see that the order of the cards is a little different with 151. Most sets, they order it by type. So you have all your grass types in the front, then fire and water and electric and all that. In 151, they actually order the Pokemon by their Pokedex number for at least the first 151 cards. And I think that's really cool. So you see on the first page here, we have all of the starters. You've got Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle, along with all of their evolutions. So that's pretty neat. And I like that the EX cards here are still kind of holding their value. I mean, Venusaur EX is still about $1.50, Blastoise about $2, and Charizard EX is still at about $3.50. So these cards are still holding their value. However, there's something interesting about this Squirtle right here. Now, in the past, I've released a short about this, but the Squirtle from 151 here, if you get the one from the Pokemon Center, it's currently worth about $90. So this one right here that I'm holding in my hand, this is a $90 Squirtle, and only because it has that little Pokemon Center logo in the corner. You get this Squirtle, or at least you were able to get this Squirtle, from ordering a 151 special premium collection. The one that comes with the 16 booster packs. You had to pay full price for it from the Pokemon Center website. But if you ordered it during a very specific time frame when these cards were available, they threw it in for free with your box. And now this card is so rare and valuable that this simple little reverse Squirtle is worth $90. And technically that makes the Squirtle the second most valuable card in all of Pokemon 151. Now, as I continue to go through here, you see all of the classic friends. You've got your Caterpie, Metapod, Butterfree, your Weedle, Kakuna, Beedrill, all faithfully created on these cards. A handful of them get EXs, like the Arbok gets an EX over here. I'm surprised they didn't do like a Pikachu or a Raichu EX, but I'm sure they've had plenty of special Pikachus out there. No Nidoking or Nidoqueen EXs, but you do get a Ninetales EX, and funny enough, you get a Wigglytuff EX as well. You've got your Oddish, your Gloom, your Vileplume, and, you know, they all have fun abilities. You know, even Persian has an ability here called Rocket Call, where you can search for your Giovanni's Charisma card and put it out for you. But other than the EXs, I mean, these are not super powerful cards. Diglett's got 50 HP and does 30 damage, so you're not going to be destroying anybody necessarily with these cards. But you do have your Alakazam EX over here, which they have promo versions of that. I also like that the EXs are replacing like the regular versions of the card, so there's not like a regular Alakazam and then an EX, it's just the EX versions. No EXs on this page, but I always love this Gengar here. It's a completely different animation style for these ones, and the Gengar just looks so shady. I just love it. As you're flipping through, you know, you got the Kangaskhan EX. This one was actually tough for me to get when it was first coming out. It was one of the last cards I got for this set. And then your Jinx EX and the Ditto over here is a neat little card. You've also got your Eevee and the 3 Eeveelutions here, including Flareon, your Porygon, your Fossil cards. Zapdos is the only of the legendary birds to get an EX. And then you get down near the end and you've got your Mewtwo and your Mew. Now, apparently right now, in the current format, there is a really good deck that uses the Restart Mew EX card here. So getting to draw until you have 3 cards in your hand at the beginning of every turn, people love to use that because they just spend from their hand, and then the next turn they get to draw until they have at least 3. So it helps them get a couple extra cards in there. You also have some wonderful different trainer cards: Daisy's Help, Erica's Invitation, Bill's Transfer, Giovanni's Charisma, the Leftovers, fun little card. But the main reason that people love 151 right now, it's the art cards. Getting art cards for the original 151 is incredible, and so many of them have art cards, and a lot of these art cards are holding some insane value right now. Like, if you don't believe me, these 6 cards here, raw, not graded, all 6 of them combined are about $140 right now. And so it's just wild, and these are all really cool cards. I like how they tell stories. You've got the Bulbasaur and the Ivysaur. When you combine it with the Venusaur, you can see kind of a story of the 3 of them together. You can see Squirtle on the shore, Wartortle in the shallows, and then there's a Blastoise who's deeper in the water. You've got Charmander at the bottom of a ravine. You've got Charmeleon kind of up the cliffside, and you've got Charizard flying in the sky. Speaking of which, you'll see those cards a little bit later. Now, these art cards here aren't quite as valuable as the starters. I mean, everybody loves the starters. Give them all the respect in the world. But they still have some incredible value. You've got a Caterpie here that's worth, $7. Machoke here is worth $6. You've got a Psyduck worth $10. This Pikachu is worth $20. You've got a Nidoking over here. He's worth about $7. Poliwhirl, he's worth another $11. Tangle is probably the weakest one of the set here. He's worth like $5. Mr. Mime, $5. Ammonite's $5. I mean, these guys are all worth a little bit of money. And then you've got the Dragonair. People love their Dragonair, and that's a $15 card. So the art cards here, wonderful. And they picked really cool Pokemon to do it for, and I'm just glad to see these guys getting the love and attention that they've been getting. And now you get to the full art cards, and these are holding their value right now too. Obviously, our 3 starters, they're going to be insane right now. You've got a $17 Venusaur, an $18 Blastoise, and a $30 Charizard sitting right there. Beautiful cards. It's fun when you get to pull like one of these and one of these in the same pack. You're sitting here staring down like one little $5 pack that you just bought, and you just got $50 worth of cards. It's a great feeling. But even like the Arbok here, $10. Ninetales here, $12. Alakazam, another $9. Wigglytuff, $8. Golem EX, another $8. So these guys, they're holding their value. Zapdos here, another $10. So still holding their value. The even the trainers here, I mean, it's insane. Full art trainers, I'm so used to seeing full art trainers in sets being worth, $2, $3, maybe if you're lucky, $5. But nope, you've got Erica's here at $90. You've got, Giovanni's Charisma at $6. And so, I mean, it's great. It's fantastic to see how much love these classic Pokemon are getting, both from the Pokemon community and from the Pokemon Company. Here's our big 3. Venusaur EX, Charizard EX, and Blastoise EX. So I love the artwork on this Venusaur EX. It was one of the first EXs I was able to get. You can kind of see him hanging out there in the flowers and the trees. Like the Bulbasaur, he was all in the grass, but now you've got Venusaur and he's just completely surrounded by flowers. Then you've got the Blastoise here. Blastoise, he's deep in the ocean. Now, I actually had to buy this one. I was not able to pull it myself, which is a shame. I've still opened a few more 151s since then, and I've still not been able to get this guy naturally. But I did end up buying him at a card show, so I have him, and he still looks great, and this art is just so amazing. This Charizard, though, super cool. I've now gotten 2. Hopefully you've seen both of my videos where I've pulled these Charizards. So I've had at least 2 of these guys. This is one that I decided to keep, and so you can see he's kind of flying high in the sky. What I'm kind of sad about is how small he looks compared to the other 2. Like Venusaur is somewhat small, Blastoise is huge, but Charizard, he's teeny tiny. I wish I would have a little bit more detail on my Charizard card, but these cards, all of them together, this is 107, 110 right now, and these 2 are both about 50, so put these together and you got about $200 worth of cards right here in this set. Beautiful. Not to be outdone though, these last 4 art cards are also super valuable and super cool as well. You've got your Alakazam EX. He's at about $32 right now. The Zapdos is at about $38. This Erica's Invitation gone down a bit, but at about $18. And then this Giovanni's Charisma at about $10. He's really gone down a bunch, but they're also super valuable. So you look at these art cards here, you're talking $300 worth of cards just in these 7. And that is a testament to how popular 151 is right now. I expect these cards to continue going up, especially since 151's a special set and it's going to be going out of circulation here within the next few months. It's going to be even harder to get your hands on these packs. So investors are currently buying up as much as they can and holding on to them, hoping that 151 will become even more rare and popular in the future. The last set here, we've got our gold cards, and we've got 3 of them here. We've got the Mew EX, the Switch, and the basic Psychic Energy. Now, this Mew EX, it did come in a metal version that was released with the Ultra Premium Collection. That's that 16-pack collection that had, you know, the playmat and everything else. But these aren't super valuable all by themselves. I mean, this is like $8, and these two are both a couple. Not as valuable as the art cards, but still cool to see. It's kind of a shame that they didn't have many more gold cards. They didn't have a lot of rainbow cards, but they definitely did it up on the illustrator cards, and so I'm not going to complain about that one bit. I guess if you want to see, they also did have you can find these in packs still. It's very easy to find, in fact. They have holographic energies for 151. So one of every single type of the basic types. There's no fairy or anything like that, but you've got your grass, your fire, your water, electric, psychic, fighting, dark, and metal. And I just decided, since I had extra pages in my binder, that I would put those energies in and see how many full sets of energies I could get. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I started to kind of trail off, and I was like, all right, I'm done. I've gotten a few more since then, but I don't need to completely fill my binder with energies. There is a little bit on the very back page here. Here's where you'll see some of the promotional cards that came in this set. So to kind of finish things off, we have the starters, Bulbasaur, Charmander, and Squirtle. That's just a special promo that was released with, it was a poster collection, and it had these 3 guys in it, so I've gotten a few of those. The Zapdos EX box, I've opened quite a few of the Zapdos EX boxes. The Snorlax was made available in the 151 Elite Trainer boxes. There's been an Alakazam box that came with an Abracadabra and an Alakazam EX. And then we've got our 3 cards that came in the Ultra Premium Collection. So you've got yourself a Mew EX. Let's see if I can bring it a little closer here. You've got your Mew EX art card, your Mew EX metal card, and then your Mewtwo card. So that is all of the cards in our 151 binder. This was a cool set to collect for. This is a cool set to open packs for. Second only to Crown Zenith and how many pulls I was able to get. I think the Galarian Gallery still kind of take the cake. You can get missed packs in 151 sometimes, just get nothing out of them. But I've had some pretty good luck with 151, and I'm happy to say that the binder's done. Hey, I appreciate you making it to the end of the video. If you enjoyed going through this binder with me, please leave a like on the video. It really does help. You could also drop a comment down below and let me know what your favorite card from Pokemon 151 is. If you're not subscribed to the channel, I'd appreciate if you click that subscribe button down below. We're trying to make our way up to 3,000 subscribers before the end of the summer, and you could really help us out there. If you want to support the channel in some other ways, you could check out the description down below, where you'll find a link to my Streamlabs tip jar. You could drop a couple bucks in there to help me buy some more booster packs. You could also join my Patreon, like these wonderful folks here, and donate a few dollars to the channel every month. Any money that does get donated to the channel goes directly back into buying more stuff for the channel, so I'd appreciate any support that you're able to give. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you all later. Rhino, out.